So here we are in Blackburn, home for us. So this is a project for RNA Architects. We're building him a townhouse at the back of this here project. We're going to be walking through this job. Now, we've obviously got a plumber on site at the moment, and typically in residential building we don't get hydraulic drawings. So this is a stage where we really have to work with our architect, with our client, to make sure that fixtures and fittings are working out the way they have been planned and envisaged by the client from the start. But obviously communication is very, very important during this stage, so we're just got to make sure that we've got all our bases covered, that we're speaking with our plumber, that we're speaking with our client and our consultant to make sure everything is right in the right position. So this is a designer home, so there's obviously quite a bit involved in a project like this. There needs to be a lot of communication and quality drawings provided to us to make sure that everything lines up correctly. And where we've got questions, we've got to make sure that we keep that communication very open with our architect and with our subcontractors, and that we're actually using trades that know what they're doing. Silvano's been in the business, 30, 40 years, that's why we use him. So anyway, I'll just show you through some of the typical things that we need to work out. So obviously all these markings here, they mean nothing to the typical person, but they mean something to Silvano. So he's just telling himself where he needs to, bring out spouts and things like that. We often will walk through with the architect quite often during the rough-in stage, particularly where we don't have services drawings. These days we get electrical drawings, and that's great, but we don't get them for mechanical. We don't get them for hydraulics and plumbing and things like that. So those sort of things where we're talking about positions of vents, positions of toilets and things like that, particularly in jobs where we don't have internal elevation, the communication needs to be often and it needs to be clear. Silvano, do you want to share a little bit about this sort of stage and what you typically would see in the last 30, 40 years in plumbing?
Not really. Definitely communications is a big part of it. Good communications with the builder, with the owner. Yeah. So everyone knows what we're talking about, which we did this morning, did a walkthrough with the owner. We went through everything and a few points.
Oh, great timing.
Oh, I like that phone. You like that one?
Yeah.
Thunderbirds, buddy boy. Hang on, I got to answer.
Thunderbirds are go.